I'm Chip.
And I'm Sawyer.
And this is CRU Weekly.
Caught up with Miss Manley and the St. Dismas cookie bakers. Miss Manley, who are the cookies for?
The cookies are for local children. Most of the children are actually registered through the St. Vincent de Paul office here in town, but also through some of the other clinics, like the child care clinic that's on North Houston, the family care clinic there, as well as the prenatal clinic in town. We do have some others that just come in from different forms, but most of the children are from about very young up until about 14-ish.
How many years have we been doing the St. Dismas cookie baking?
Gorman has been involved in the cookie baking since the class of 2005. And it started off with seniors coming over to my house and cooking there, and then we moved it to the cafeteria because it would take us about 2 weeks to bake all the cookies. Wow. As we grew with the party, we brought it over here to the cafeteria, and we're very thankful to the cafeteria for letting us use their kitchen.
When did the kids get to eat their cookies?
They eat them between 10 and 12 on Saturday morning.
Well, all right.
And they get stuffed.
Thank you.
Next, we interview with Mrs. Laos for the upcoming musical.
Here's some highlights from the auditions.
Here we have the chairman of the musical audition, Mrs. Laos. Mrs. Laos, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. And what play are we putting on this year?
The spring musical this year is The Sound of Music by Rodgers and Hammerstein, one of our beloved musicals from America. We actually did it here in Gorman in 2006.
All right, that's awesome. And what are you looking for in performance during this audition?
Well, this is a music-intensive show, and so a good singing voice, being able to carry the melody and the meaning of the song, that's real important. We're looking for everybody from sweet innocent children to mischievous kids to love-struck teenagers to adults to mean old Nazis, and a huge cast of characters.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Laos.
You're welcome.
So, Evan, why are you trying out for the music?
Well, I'm trying out because it's something that I've never done before, and for the school musical, and I've always wanted to try out for it, so yeah.
All right, what part do you hope to get?
I hope to get the part of Rolf Gruber. He is the Nazi boyfriend of one of the daughters.
All right, thank you.
This past week, we caught up with Lady Crusader High School basketball about their upcoming season. As a freshman, how is this different from middle school basketball?
The pace is just a lot faster and there's way more intensity on the court. You really got to learn to keep up, and just playing with a new group of girls this year, you got to build that chemistry.
So what can you tell me about the honor of being on varsity?
Well, this year there's 13 spots on varsity, and you have to work super hard to be there on varsity, and every single week you have to show up and just try as hard as you can. And I think personally that we have improved a lot more than last year, because last year we didn't really have the motivation to do what we had to do, and this year I think we've come closer together and we have more connection than last year, and it's going to be good.
Our reporter Luke Miller interviewed the middle school girls basketball team.
How is the middle school basketball season going so far?
The middle school girls are doing pretty good so far. We had a tournament this past weekend. The 8th grade came in second. The 7th grade is still working on getting some new players. We only have about 6 on the team for sure. But so far they're all very athletic, they're very talented, they work really hard, so I think it's going to be a very good season.
Okay, and what expectations or goals do you have for the future?
Coach Cohen has incorporated a lot of very complicated yet very professional type of drills and workouts that they has the girls do. So the younger they can learn how to do this, they're going to be able to carry it over into high school. So the future looks bright if these girls stick with it and they keep getting better.
Okay, thank you. Friday was the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. Here are some clips of the Mass.
The moment of conception is the most important moment of our lives. That is the point when you start to exist. And every one of us starts to exist at that moment.
Catch up with NHS and one-act play.
Society is more than just an honor roll. Rather, it recognizes students who have demonstrated excellence in the areas of scholarship, service, leadership, and character, which challenges them to develop further through active involvement in school activities and service. We are very proud of our members who have put forth so much effort, and we are looking forward to seeing the next group of members grow in the areas of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "The reward of a thing well done is to have done it." Inductees, you have done it. Congratulations, and thank you all for being here to honor our new inductees.
What is NHS?
NHS is the National Honor Society, and it is a very prestigious group of students that are recognized for their very good academics.
And what comes along with being inducted into NHS?
Well, there are some responsibilities with helping your peers and setting a good leadership role for other students below you.
Thank you.
This is Yerma with the CRU Week.
Okay, so today's quote says problems are not stop signs, but they are guidelines. So, what do you learn from this? Well, I learned that whatever problems I face, I should always look for the solutions. So, are you looking for the solutions or are you trying to give up? Well, I will recommend you to always look for the solutions. Thank you and see you next time.